from Nice.
But it was a nice morning for Alex Rins, who ended up fastest. 2:04.007 saw him at 8,000th of a second clear of Maverick Vinales. Jack Miller in third ahead of the world champion Quartararo and the Repsol Hondas of Marc Marquez and Pol Espargaro. And Bastianini in seventh ahead of the man who replaced him as world championship leader last weekend, Pol Espargaro. It's Taki Nakagami and Johan Zarco completing the top 10. Joan Mir was bumped down to 11th, just ahead of Brad Binder, who lifted himself to 12th in the dying stages. Bagnaia and Martin 13th and 14th ahead of Alex Marquez, who did feature in the top 6 earlier in the session. Luca Marini was 16th ahead of Franco Morbidelli, the second of the Yamahas. Andre Dovizioso was 18th ahead of Ralph Fernandez and Marco Bezzecchi. Remy Gardner and Darren Binder were in 21st and 22nd ahead of the rather anonymous Miguel Oliveira, who was 23rd in that session. Only Fabio Di Gianantonio was behind him.
So great start to round 4 here then in Austin, Texas for Alex Rins. He leads the way in that opening 45-minute practice session. Rins, as we expected, or he did actually on that third and final run, go out on the brand new medium rear tyre at the end.
Just for a practice start.
Just for a practice start, yeah.
Yeah, he did do just an out and an in, and then went out on that same set of tyres. So yeah, he was on perhaps slightly newer tyres than the rest when he set that 2:04.007.
Maverick Vinales then did 3 runs, 10 full laps in the session for him. Excellent session for the Aprilia man. 2:04.015 was his best work. Only 8,000th of a second behind compatriot Rins.
Just single set of tyres used for Jack Miller in that first session. His best lap coming on the 16th of 18, a 2:04.437 for the Australian.
And the world champion, Fabio Quartararo, 17 laps he completed in that session. Not bad pace towards the end of it on that second run. Still able to run in those sort of mid to high 2:04s, the Frenchman. We'll have a quick look very, very shortly at the sector by sector lap times. Sector 1, Alex Rins on the factory Suzuki leads the way by, well, half a tenth from Maverick Vinales and Fabio Quartararo.
As Joan Mir mentioned, Marc Marquez deepened through sector 2, although that wasn't the second sector that we saw on his best lap overall, so Marc Marquez still looking to complete the ideal lap. Jack Miller quickest then in sector 3 with the 2 Hondas close behind.
And in the final sector, it's Alex Rins again from Maverick Vinales, like in sector 1, and Bastianini on the GP21 Ducati third in that crucial 4th sector. Don't go anywhere in our revised schedule here this weekend. Of course, Moto2 kicked off proceedings this morning. Still to come is Moto3 FP1 in the company of Lewis Sotheby. He'll be joined by Neil Morrison. The Sheriff back in town. Marc Marquez back in MotoGP action. But FP1 topped by Suzuki's Alex Rins.